Hello, my name is Kevin Carroll. I'm an Episcopal priest and I serve as the Dean of All Saints Cathedral here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I also have the privilege of serving as the president of the Ulster Project of Greater Milwaukee. And I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about the project. However, to understand how and why the project came into being, we need to step back briefly into the history of Ireland. In 1691, King William III of England, also known as William of Orange, defeated the British army at the Battle of Aughrim. This effectively ended centuries of fighting between the Irish and the English and placed Ireland firmly under the military and political control of England. In 1801, Ireland officially became part of the United Kingdom. Fast forward to 1920. Following several years of sectarian fighting between nationalist forces who were primarily Catholic and wanted independence from English rule, and unionist forces who were primarily Protestant and wanted to remain loyal to the Crown, the British Parliament in London passed the Government Bill of Ireland. This bill partitioned Ireland into two self-governing territories, each with its own parliament. Northern Ireland would be comprised of the 6 northeastern counties commonly referred to as Ulster. The Southern Territory would be comprised of the rest of the island. This arrangement was in place until 1937, when the southern colonies severed their ties with the British Crown and established the Republic of Ireland. The division between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland exists to this day. Fast forward one more time to 1969. Throughout the 1960s, the Catholic minority in Northern Ireland, who still wanted reunification with the public, were marching in the streets demanding more civil rights. They often clashed with the Protestant majority forces, who felt that the unrest constituted a threat to their continued inclusion in the United Kingdom. Violence often ensued. In August 1969, the British government sent military forces into Northern Ireland to stem the violence. This was the start of the period in Irish history known as the Troubles. The 1970s and the decades that followed were an incredibly violent time in Northern Ireland. Over the next 30 years, 3,500 people, including military personnel, police, and ordinary citizens, were killed in street fighting, terrorist attacks from both sides, and military and police actions. Untold thousands of people were injured. In 1975, the Reverend Kerry Waterstone, a minister in the Church of Ireland, which is Protestant, participated in a pulpit exchange with an Episcopal priest in Manchester, Connecticut. After his experience in the United States, Waterstone felt that the attitudes of teenagers from Northern Ireland might be changed if they could see and experience American culture, specifically how the people of different ethnic and racial groups and faith traditions had learned to live together in our melting pot society. He believed this experience might offer a vision of a future without sectarian division and violence. He felt strongly that young people in Northern Ireland, given exposure to a different way of living, had the potential to become positive leaders in their own communities upon their return, and then into the future. The Ulster Project began in 1975. Initially, host families in 28 American cities welcomed teenagers from Northern Ireland. Since its inception, the Ulster Project has brought together more than 30,000 teens from Northern Ireland and the United States. The Ulster Project is based on a simple idea of shared experiences. Catholic and Protestant teenagers are hosted by American families of the same religion and with a teenager of the same gender and age. During the project, the young people spend a month participating in service projects, worshiping together as a group in both Catholic and Protestant churches, and having fun. The teens participate daily in structured activities designed to foster trust between the different cultures represented in the project. At the heart of the project are 5 day-long experiences called discovery. During discovery, the young people enter into candid, confidential, and highly facilitated conversations dealing with such issues as sectarianism, racism, reconciliation, bigotry, and justice. The project also tries to give them tools to be more effective leaders when they return home. Through the project, the young people have formed lifelong relationships and have helped to bring peace to Northern Ireland, which is still largely segregated by political ideology. On Good Friday, 1999, the Protestant and Catholic communities ratified an agreement to share political power in Northern Ireland. 20 years later, the Good Friday Accords are still intact. However, the recent exit of the United Kingdom from the European Union, commonly referred to as Brexit, has stirred up some of the old differences and reopened some of the old wounds. While the peace is still holding, Brexit has put a huge strain on the situation, and it is a tenuous peace at best. The debate concerning Northern Ireland remaining part of the United Kingdom or reuniting with the Republic of Ireland continues. To this day, no team that has participated in the Ulster Project has ever been known to have participated in the sectarian violence in Northern Ireland. Many have gone on to be of service to the cause of peace in Ulster in various capacities. One Ulster Project alumnus, who stayed with a family here in Milwaukee, is currently serving as a member of Parliament representing a district in Belfast. Of the original 28 cities, there are still 14 active chapters. Our chapter in Milwaukee is celebrating more than 40 years of participation. Right now, the Ulster Project is as relevant as it has ever been, and not just because of the situation in Northern Ireland. Our society in the United States is just as divided as Northern Ireland is. Our political scene is totally bifurcated, and racism is our moral equivalent to the sectarianism in Northern Ireland. In some ways, we need the project here just as badly as the people in Ulster do. We hope that you will consider participating in the project and help make the world a better place, one relationship at a time. Thank you for listening, and God bless.